Well, that's Matt Rule, who comes into the day 19-18 in 3 seasons with Nebraska. And let's bring in our Big Red Zone insider, Sean Callahan, a Husker Online. Sean, Happy New Year, and congratulations, you made it through a week in Vegas.
It's been a long. My wife's going to be happy to see me because a 6-day trip in Vegas is not for everyone.
Absolutely, it's a test of endurance, no question about it. Hey, you got some breaking news as we kick off this bowl preview special.
Yeah, wide receiver Isaiah Hunter, add him to the list as not expected to play, suffered a hand injury. On the official injury report, listed him as questionable. I've been told do not expect to see him. Probably means Quinn Clark takes those reps, but that's Nebraska's leading receiver. Their leading rusher, Emmett Johnson, now out, and obviously Dylan Raiola long gone as well. So it's a completely different offense than we saw earlier in the year.
No question about it. Well, you mentioned T.J. Lateef, so let's talk about the Husker quarterback. He's battling that hamstring injury. What are you hearing about his health and his future at Nebraska?
Well, they've been very careful with T.J. Lateef in that hamstring. They brought him along slowly over the month of December. They turned him loose out here in Las Vegas. Everything we've heard is he's full go. I still think you've got to measure it out. That first kind of 3rd and 5, is he going to be able to take off and run for that easily? That's when you know he's healthy at that point. But yeah, moving forward, I get the impression, Andy, in the transfer portal, Nebraska wants to get another guy that is almost an equal to Lateef, where they come in and Minchie, the quarterback in Notre Dame, is a name to watch. He lost the battle, really close battle there. I believe that's maybe the guy they'll target. We'll see where this goes, though, when the portal opens on January 2nd.
January 2nd, and it goes till?
January 16th.
Okay, there we go. Okay, let's talk defensively. And some big news a couple days ago because the Huskers are losing one of their leaders and one of their leading tacklers.
In another surgery deal, Deshaun Singleton had to have a small procedure done, traveled to Vegas, was even a part of the arrival kickoff party, but I think they've known really throughout the month that he was going to be unavailable because of this procedure. Justin Rhett is going to get those reps, the Las Vegas native. In fact, the only Las Vegas native on this Husker roster, former Georgia 5-star transfer, will get the start in his place.
Yeah, and they practice at his alma mater at Bishop Gorman High School this week. All right, let's talk about Matt Rule. How big is this game for Matt Rule and his group moving forward?
Well, I'll tell you, Andy, the last 2 games, Penn State and Iowa, just left such a bitter taste. I mean, you think about where it was at. Dylan Raiola is driving Nebraska to beat USC, breaks his leg on that play. If he doesn't get hurt in that play, they win that game. Nebraska's an 8-2 team probably going to Penn State. Instead, here we are, 2 blowout losses, probably 2 of the worst of the Rule era, fired coaches, transfer portal things, injury things. I think everyone's curious, how does he get this team ready? I don't necessarily think they have to win this game, but I think Husker fans would want to see a spirited effort from this group where they compete and they play a brand of football that everyone's excited about.
And there will be thousands of Husker fans here in attendance watching in person, and of course thousands across the country. All right, so what do you think is going to happen today?
You know, Andy, I'm going Utah 34-27 is my pick. All of these bowl games, though, have been so unpredictable. The Big Ten has played well in all of them, so hopefully some of that Big Ten luck can rub off on the Huskers here in Vegas.
Well, only one of them has lost so far. That was USC in a real tight game last night to TCU. All right, that's Sean Callahan of Husker Online. He'll have his post-game show, as always, following this game.